You may be wondering, what is the Early Growth and Development Study? And why are they always asking me so many questions? Here's a quick video explaining who we are and why we want to know so much about you. The Early Growth and Development Study is a longitudinal study, which means that we collect information from the same participants at multiple occasions in order to see how people have changed over time. We want to find out how your genetics, the stuff that you were born with, and your environment, the stuff that you're around, work together to shape who you become as you grow up. In order to answer the question of what makes people the way that they are, we have to get a lot of information. One of the main things that we ask about is your family. The Early Growth and Development Study is made up of many different types of families, which is important because your parents, step-parents, guardians, siblings, and other people that help raise you have a really big impact on what you're exposed to, especially when you're young. However, we don't just ask about your family, because your family isn't the only thing that affects who you become. Many of our participants are teenagers now, which means that more of your time is spent away from your family. This is why we also ask questions about some other things that might influence you, like your friendships, your activities, your social media use, your physical health, and even how you feel about yourself. All of these things work together to make you the one-of-a-kind person that you are, which means that they are important pieces for us to understand in order to understand you. In addition to all of the questionnaires, we'll also be collecting some biological measures, like hair, toenails, saliva, and even your old teeth. You may be thinking, why would anyone want someone's old toenails and teeth? That's a great question, and one that we get asked a lot. Remember earlier when we mentioned that we were interested in genetics as well as environment? Things like your hair and saliva help us get information about your genetics and your biology more generally. This helps us to get a clearer picture of stuff that you were born with that also affects how you grow up. With your help, we can begin to better understand what makes you so awesome, which can help us, and the rest of the world, better understand the way that humans develop over time. We've already discovered some pretty interesting findings from the data we've collected so far, but there's still so much for us to learn. Head over to our website, Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube pages to learn more about what we've found and what we're hoping to discover with our newest study. Thank you so much for your continued participation and support. We couldn't do this without you.